Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for adults, for serious people, for people who want a more complete experience to help guide them through these historic times. And I say historic because if we go back 7,000 years, which is recorded history, it's what we have the best, most accurate information for. Although the history's been manipulated and kind of messed around, but we still have a record. You get past 7,000 years ago, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 years ago, it's a crapshoot. You don't have any idea, really. I mean, we see elements of old civilizations. We see this, we see that. We know we had the Younger Dryas, the Ice Age, the Older Dryas. We had a whole bunch of stuff going on about, let's say, 10 to 15,000 years ago, maybe longer. Just this week, with special radar, they were able to take a look underneath the Great Pyramid and found huge pillars that are well below the surface. Huge. Yes, they could be used as kind of a foundation for the pyramid, but there's also some strong electrical communication components that they're now studying. It begins to more closely define what the pyramids were all about. For years, growing up, pyramids, that's where they buried the pharaohs. That's what we never have found a pharaoh, not one, in any of the major pyramids in Egypt. Not one. You go to the Valley of Kings, off in the distance, that's where you find the mummies of the ancient pharaohs. But with the pyramids, no. And besides, there's all the other science, the way they align. They were not used as burial sites and may predate anything else around it by tens of thousands of years, if not more. And what they found this week with those, I think there's 8 pillars. Again, they are buried deep in the earth, right below the pyramid. It could be structural, but because they are all wrapped, I can't remember what the stuff is, but they see there's a direct electric conducting kind of potentiality there. So now, the pyramids of Egypt, after this week, they're off the board. I mean, imagination wide open. That kind of information changes how we see ourselves as a civilization, as humanity. You are the kind of people tuning in to this tarot reading who are attuned to that kind of information. You want that kind of information. You seek that kind of information out. You want transparency. You want truth. You want accuracy. You want integrity. That's what I bring to each and every tarot reading. I do a brand new reading every day, 365. Holidays not to make any difference. My job, the way I see it, is to inspire you. Now, the way these readings are set up, and I kind of inadvertently fell into this, not planning it, but it kind of works. Very often in readings, you get a lot of bullshit. You get a lot of crap, a lot of verbiage thrown at you. And 20 minutes, when the reading is over, you're left going, okay, how did this help me? Now, there may be little parts and pieces that you could grab onto, but really there's not a cohesive, connective, empowering message. I change all that to the best of my ability. I've done tarot for over 20 years. Tarot, I have come to discover, is the science of potential. Okay? That frequency that you find in the reading, and I keep it very simple, very direct, 4 tarot cards, 1 card that I kind of use as a guiding overall image. But that's it, 5 cards, that's it, no more. That message will in some way connect. That reading will in some way connect. Hopefully it inspires and lets you tap into that energy. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Not everybody makes the connection. So we got tomorrow, next week, next month. Doesn't make any difference. Like I said, I'm here every day, 365. But tarot is the science of potential, your potential. Now, I've also done astrology for 50 years, numerology for 50 years. Those two disciplines are the science of cycles. They don't necessarily predict anything. What they do is they talk about energy patterns. The difficulty with both of those, and especially with astrology, is that it is the science of cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles ad nauseum. And I have never found a good astrology reader who can condense that, distill that into a nice unified message. I can't. One, their ego gets in the way. They got to tell you about all the conjunctions and conjunction. It's in the old ghoul or whatever the hell they call it, the shatra or whatever. That's all ego. It's to impress you. So look at how much I know. Fact of the matter is, I don't get a damn thing out of your reading. It's gobbledygook. It's garbage. It doesn't serve me. It's not clear. It's not concise. I want point blank laser information. The other thing is that there are so many of these cycles moving in all kinds of directions at one time. It's just tough. So I simplify it. I focus primarily on the farthest three planets that we're aware of, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And the reason is those planets move slowly enough so that they establish a foundation, a societal foundation upon which you can then activate your tarot reading. You can do something with that energy, that tarot energy. That's the potential. But if you don't know where the hell you stand, it becomes problematic. And I see that all the time. That was one of my early problems with astrology readings 50 years ago. I said, this is chop suey. Make some damn sense out of it. So you know all these terms, you know this, that, and the other thing, but you don't know a damn thing to help me out. Oh, I can pick and choose, but that's not helping me. That's not helping me. It's like you find yourself in a city and you want to go to destination A. And AAA, traffic cop, whoever says, okay, well, you could go this way, you go this way, you go that way, you go this way, you go that way, you go this way, you go that way, this way, whatever. And you get lost, you get overwhelmed. Rather than someone saying to you, look, this would probably be your best bet. Is it going to be perfect? Who knows what you're going to run into, traffic accidents or some kinds of stuff. But it's the clearest, fastest, best way to go. Okay, I don't need all those others. That's what I tend to do here. So I will go back to the planets Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, look for indications as to where we are right now, not a prediction, but I'm going to bring forward the energy from the past to the present. You then take your tarot reading and figure out how you're going to apply that energy. Alrighty? It is a complete offering. I don't just throw out some bullshit and then say, hey, you're on your own, I did it. No. I try to help you every way I can because I do want to inspire you. To do that, however, you have to be serious, you have to be focused, you have to be an adult. Unfortunately, most people in society don't fit that definition, but you do, you're here. So let's get to it. Middle card, Oracle card. It sets the stage for the reading. Today it is Message in a Bottle. An ancient practice where people would handwrite a message down, fold the paper, put it in a bottle, put a cork on it, throw it out in the ocean, see where it gets to. They may never know if it lands. They may never know who opened up the bottle and read the message, if they could even read the message. Didn't make any difference. But someone in the world got a message from somebody else. The question is, could they interpret it? More difficult. And that's kind of a time that we are facing right now, because we are due for a message out of left field. I mean, you would not expect this in a million, zillion, trillion years. Wouldn't. But somehow, some message, and because of all the water in this card, the Oracle card, could be your intuition talking to you. All of a sudden, this idea pops up into your being, and you go, holy shit, I never thought of it that way before. Wow. Somehow it's going to help you. That's the key. That's the energy out of left field. A message in a bottle, a message from the universe. The meme for today is the path isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. And you continually come back to things that you thought you understood only to find the deeper truths. And that's what's going on. At this time in the world, well, first of all, going to numerology, it's a number 9 year life, universal life number 9. So that 9 is the end. So we're coming to the end. Also, in terms of Chinese astrology, it's the year of the snake. What does the snake do? Periodically shed its skin. Both of those images say we're getting rid of something. Now, it could be individually in our lives. More than likely, it will be societal, which will then impact our individual lives. But you're going to get a message from left field. You had no way of guessing that this would happen. And again, it could happen in your sleep. It could happen just as you were sitting somewhere contemplating your subconscious. Could be an activity. You see something, you hear something, it ignites, connects. Let's do the little astrology thing as I promised. Coming up in a few days, we have a lunar eclipse. It's a powerful one. It's going to be in Aries. That's beginnings. It's also a little aggressive. Okay. Now, what's fascinating about that is we have, for all intents and purposes, Saturn and Neptune in the same place they were back in 1860, the start of the American Civil War. And if you keep that in mind, Saturn, Neptune, who, by the way, in the next week or so is also going to be moving into Aries, and Aries and Neptune do not work well together. But the point of the matter is these two planets, Saturn and Neptune, are essentially where they were back in 1860-61, the start of the American Civil War. And if you look at America, take a look at Canada, take a look at a lot of places in the world, we're on the verge of civil war. It's not going to be like it was in 1860. I think it's going to be a class war, which it needs to be. But the problem is that Neptune and Saturn don't match well. Saturn disciplines. Saturn very conservative. Neptune is, it rules music, rules poetry, clouds. It's vague. It could be great insight, could be great delusion. And with Neptune moving into Aries, you got to watch. You could get a hard-on for something that just is not there. And so there's going to be a lot of confusion. And of course, coming up in April, in just a few weeks, Mercury goes direct, Venus goes direct. We've had the eclipse. Whew. So you have to be careful. But in this mix, you're going to get a message. And it's going to be important. It will have the capacity to change your life. But at this point, the first card is the Eight of Swords. You see that she's blindfolded, she's tied up. These are restrictions she's put on herself, but the Eight Swords are true things. She can depend on them being true, facts, real. But you can't see them. That's the Neptune part. Can't see it. I know it's there, but you can't see it. And of course, I said it was Neptune and Saturn together. You see the restraints around her. That's the Saturn part. That's the problem. It seems like you can't break away to see the truth. You're stuck. The next card is very important, especially at this point in time. It's the World card. Talks about completion, integration, wholeness. That's what we're going for. That's what we want. We need in our lives. But you got the Neptune influence with Saturn. You're this Eight of Swords. You're not seeing the whole thing, but you can't do a damn thing about it. You can't reach out. You're not free. It's mostly your thinking. It's mostly the propaganda. However, the card called the World says this is time to make the change. Even if you can't see, it's okay. You can feel. Next card is the Six of Swords. You're picking up and leaving wherever you were emotionally, spiritually, mentally, wherever you were, even physically maybe. Time to change. Time to change. It's interesting that here in the northern part of the planet, we're coming to spring. But even in the southern part of the planet, they're coming into fall. It's a major change of seasons. And that's exactly what's going on right now. You are looking for truth. You want truth, but you realize you're suffering the Eight of Swords. You can't see the truth. You can't, touch the truth. You know it's true. You know there are truths, but you can't do it. That's why the message of the bottle, that message out of left field, is so important. And the final card, Page of Swords, really kind of underlines that idea of the message in a bottle. Pages are always changing storylines. You're going in one direction and a page shows up and all of a sudden, poof, you've gone off on an adventure, searching for more information. And that's what the Page of Swords is all about. I'm very, very, very pleased that you have two cards here specifically, the World card and the Page of Swords. What they're doing is saying this information out of left field, this message in a bottle, can revolutionize your life in a really good way. Reach out to it. Reach out to it. Even though it doesn't make sense, even though you weren't expecting it, even though you're not clear entirely, reach out for it. Remember, the path isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. Time to move. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading. Hope you're here with me. Hey, by the way, please, I want to remind you every day, it's becoming important, they tell me. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Please, like, subscribe, and share. It helps with the algorithms because whether you're aware of it or not, they're tightening down again on the internet. Help us out. Like, subscribe, share. Hopefully catch you tomorrow, but between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, peace and blessings.